For more on the Paris attacks, I'm joined by Nuno Pinto. He's the editor of Sabado, a weekly news magazine in Portugal, and he's currently covering the attacks in Paris. Nuno, welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Susan. Thank you. Very happy to be here.
There was a scare earlier in the day after someone set off some firecrackers. Can you tell us more about the mood there and if people are still on edge after this?
Yes, it was a very stressful situation. People are very nervous. I had just finished writing a piece about how the French are living, with this idea that in 1 second they might be on a cafe and in the next second they may not be, but because something might happen. I was at a cafe at the end of Boulevard Voltaire, and suddenly people start running and screaming, and the owner simply sent everyone to a basement and he closed the doors. He helped everyone who was running getting inside to be safe, and it was a very stressful situation, but fortunately nothing happened.
Police have released a photo of this 26-year-old Belgian man that is wanted in connection with the attacks, apparently one of the brothers. Do you see his photo up in shops or people talking about him?
No, actually I haven't, because it was just in a couple of hours. The police published his photo asking for assistance, but until now I haven't seen his photo yet.
I see.
At least on the streets.
Some say, Nuno, that there's a very professional news squad of terrorists who are apparently entering and inserting themselves into some of these migrant voyages. Do you feel like this is likely to change Parisians' view on the migrant crisis and maybe acceptance of them?
That's actually a possibility. We can't deny it. But the truth is, we don't know. Most of those people are really escaping a very tragic situation. They are facing death they are risking their lives to escape death. So we shouldn't generalize that kind of argument, because we have to remember that for what we know until now, at least 3 of the terrorists were Europeans. They were born in France. Actually, one has a Portuguese mother. So we wouldn't say that all the Portuguese immigrants in France would have sons that become terrorists. But that's an argument that might be used by far right-wing parties to exacerbate their argument and to boost their positions against immigration.
I know France is still very much in a state of mourning, but do you feel like after a few days have passed that the Parisians will continue on with their daily life and their routine, or will it take some time?
I think it will take some time. It took some time back in January, but as long as time passes and nothing else happens, I think that the Parisians will get on with their lives. They'll go to work. Actually, right now they're going to the cafes, they're going to restaurants. They're walking on the streets. I mean, only the areas were affected by the attacks are closed. The rest of the city, people can circulate, people can walk on foot, by car, by metro. So life goes on.
Well, Nuno Pinto, we certainly wish you well, and thank you so much for your time and your insight covering the attacks there in Paris for Sabado.